Madam President, if I might, the last topic I come to speak to on this floor today is the critical need for us to be as attentive to the advice and consent role for nominees as ambassadors, as senior members of the State Department and USAID positions. There are so many positions that have been held for months and months, and many of them were being held by my colleague from the state of Texas because of a disagreement over sanctioning Nord Stream 2, the pipeline. Today, finally, we stand in a place where the policy of this administration, the policy of our close and valued ally in Europe, Germany, and the positions of folks in the Senate are all aligned. There are now sanctions on Nord Stream 2. It has been stopped. And thankfully, my colleague has lifted his holds. Yet there still remain holds from other members of this body on other nominees, all of them well qualified. 8 of them would serve under the jurisdiction of my Foreign Relations Committee subcommittee on economic and energy policy and multilateral organizations. So while I respect the right of colleagues on both sides of the aisle to hold a nominee for a specific relevant policy issue, we have to provide advice and consent in a timely and respectful manner of the president's nominees. President Biden has been president more than a year now. We have crises all over the world, whether it's in Ukraine, the violence and the aggression carried out by Putin's Russia, or it's competition with China, or it's dealing with North Korea, or it's advancing our interests with respect to Iran and their proliferation. We have places all over the world for which we need qualified nominees. That's why in a few moments I hope to take action on the floor, but I'm not yet going to take that action unless it's clear that we're all prepared. But let me just briefly, in conclusion, if I might, Madam President, speak to some of the folks who should be confirmed. The ambassador to Botswana, Howard von Franken, career Foreign Service officer in a country I have visited, a country that's an important partner and ally in Southern Africa, and where the absence of an ambassador means an absence of American leadership. Eric Garcetti, mayor of Los Angeles, ready to serve as our ambassador to India, a country which is a continent-wide, multi-faith, multilingual, multi-ethnic democracy, a vital partner and ally to the United States, where we currently have no ambassador. Marcia Bernacat, to be Director General of the Foreign Service. If we are to recruit, retain, motivate, and place the greatest diplomats possible in the world, we need a Director General, a DG who leads the Foreign Service from a human resources perspective. Julietta Noyes, to be Assistant Secretary for Population, Refugees, and Migration. 1 million refugees have fled the violence in Ukraine, and yet PRM has no Senate-confirmed Assistant Secretary. Think about that as a dereliction of duty by this body. Orrin Weiss-Shaw, to be Ambassador to the African Development Bank. If we want to see inclusive development on the continent of Africa, how could we have no ambassador for this multilateral development bank? Ino Abong, to be Director of the United States Trade and Development Agency, the USTDA. TDA plays a critical role in bringing into the United States opportunities for trade and development. Again, a critical vacant seat. Christopher Hill, to serve as ambassador to Serbia. There are developments in the Balkans too complex and concerning for me to take this body's time with right now, but let me simply say, any seat, any ambassadorial post in the Balkans vacant is a missed opportunity for American leadership. And Laura Hougate, to be ambassador to the Vienna office of the United Nations and representative to the IAEA. We are engaged in critical final stage negotiations, I am told, in Vienna about whether or not we will be able to further constrain and better understand Iran's dangerous conduct with regards to enrichment. We have no ambassador to the IAEA. Think about how irresponsible that is. So, Madam President, if I might, we cannot confront our global challenges alone, and we need these diplomats in place so we can effectively address threats from Russia, from climate change, from COVID-19, from Iran, from terrorism. It is my hope that my colleagues who have holds reportedly on many of these nominees will relent, and I look forward to continuing to press that case today. With that, Madam President, I yield the floor and suggest the absence of a quorum.